2K Sports, I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks come into this one after the win against the Heat at American Airlines Arena. They had to play through overtime, and we'll see if this game will be just as competitive. And you hear Kyrie Irving's name, and you think of a playmaking point guard. But he is as deadly a shooter, Kenny, as anyone in the league from time to time.
I mean, the guy won the three-point contest,
yeah.
So no surprise there. You know, he's averaged, 2 to 3 three-pointer shots made in the last couple of seasons. Now he's quick to get off his shot off the dribble, which is different from most three-point shooters. That's why some people don't really recognize him as a three-point shooter.
And not only that, Kenny, because he's so fast, you got to respect his drive and give him the space. As soon as you do that, yak him.
Thanks for joining us. Let's go courtside to Kevin Harlan.
That's the sound of the net, Ernie. Yak him.
That's what I hear.
Yak him.
That's what I hear when I shoot.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Last time these two teams met, it was the Cleveland Cavaliers who came away with the W against the Atlanta Hawks.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Cleveland, Green in at shooting guard. Hudson is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Hansen in at the 3. And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. Irving kicks to Green. Tipped away. Flower. He's covered by Irving. Left block shot on the way. And he overshot that one, missing. He feeds it to Green. Tries to save it. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession. For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Bonner. Carries it down low. Bonner's got his first 2 points of the night.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Green in the post. He had 40 points in the win against Washington.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game.
Pass to Warner. He tries for 3. That's good. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Now, here's Green. Defense is right there. That doesn't go either for Green.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Offensive rebound. That's tipped. And they'll keep possession. And he gets it to go. It's been a slow start here for Cleveland. 7-point differential. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
And he gets it to go. Irving's got his first basket.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Here is Bonner. He's covered by Irving. Green with the block. Outside Irving to the wing right side. Hansen. The shot is off. And Atlanta will come the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
They needed a few extra minutes to get the W in that game, but they got it just the same.
I like the way they handled themselves in that overtime period, Greg. They had a whole lot left in their game in that extra period.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Inside, shoots from 12. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
The Hawks leading by 3. Here is Bonner. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pass to Hansen. And here is Green. 6 on the shot clock. And Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist from Green.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Okay, Atlanta, let's keep it going for your very own Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
Some big men who, when they get it in tight, are as close to a sure thing as we've got. Here are the top field goal percentage leaders among NBA centers and power forwards. Second, Kevin Love.
And most of the guys on that list have that unique combination of power and finesse. I mean, a very physical presence with an equally soft touch.
Yeah, and you've got to have a mix of options if you're going to shoot a high percentage like these guys do. You've got to be able to establish good position, and then you've got to have a nice feel around the bucket with both hands.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Out to the right wing. Outside, Green. Green missing again.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
And Azania gets it to go.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Now here is Augustine. It's a pick by Love. Augustine passes to Green. Cleveland moving it around. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
The Cavaliers trail by 3, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Here is Bonner. 9 points last game. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And Cleveland making a change here. Dudley's checked in. Now the pass to Winner. They set the screen off the pick, and the shot is good.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Slaughter passes to Green. Rebound, Atlanta.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
That's good. Now it's a 5-point Hawks lead.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, I caught up with the head coach for the Hawks. According to him, their focus defensively is going to be on making things difficult inside. Ideally, they'll be in the best shape, he feels, if they force most of the shots against them to come from the perimeter. Guys?
And thank you for that, Doris. Here's Green after the basket by Atlanta. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Guys, he's slightly fallen off his pace from a year ago at the line, and those points from the stripe have been a little harder to come by. Talk about a terrific game for Green. He already has 11 points and a steal. Coming out and starting this one big so far.
It's about motivation. You can see how much it means to him to play well today.
Atlanta with the ball. They lead by 4. Right wing. Here's McDermott. Offensive rebound. Here's Winters, and it's blocked. Out of bounds, Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession. "19 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Ripped away. Now here's Green. 11 points in the game. Meyer. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's Atlanta up 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Blatt beginning his NBA career after a long and illustrious career coaching over in Europe. He talked about the difference coaching abroad.
There's just a lot more practice time. And when the games come, you're still playing 2, maximum 3 times a week. You know, here you could be playing 4 or 5 times a week, and your practice time is going to be limited, and your ability to change things is going to be limited. You know, adjustments can and will be made and should be made, but you got to be a lot more pointed.
Blatt, one of the most successful American coaches in European basketball history, Clark, and he's done a great job in the NBA, but nothing he did overseas certainly can compare to this.
And, you know, that's why, Kevin, people always talk about it in terms of being a marathon and not a sprint. There's nothing that compares to the NBA grind. Nothing is comparable to it.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Green in a 2-guard. He's out there with Kyrie Irving, and it's Hansen in at the 3, the small forward. Pulls up, high post, shot is off. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Green dishes to Irving. Cleveland moving it around. Green kicks to Irving. Trying to find Green, he's got it now.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that, but I will say it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, Atlanta shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Hudson's checked in for Cleveland. He doesn't get the second one. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Love wide open. He fires. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one. Flowers the pass to Nixon. Here's Meyer. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. And the Hawks lead by 1.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And the foul called on 3. That's his first foul. Bonner, he's checked in for the Hawks. Here's Flowers. Misses the three. For Cleveland, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Green, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Green's got the lead up to 1 now for Cleveland. Here is Bonner. Out left to the wing. Here's Flowers. Green with the block. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
There's a good screen. Hamilton with a screen on Irving. Passes it to Flowers. Here is Bonner. 4 on the clock. Another shot, and he sinks the layup.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Cavaliers timeout. Okay, Atlanta, let's keep it going. Bring our very own Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
Let's use this break to check out a group of the NBA's best defenders recently. The shooting guards averaging the most steals per game for the past month. Freak number 1.
You know, you watch him on a game-in, game-out basis, and he just puts on a clinic defensively, both in terms of effort and technique at that off-guard spot.
Well, it's a combination of the all-out effort and the flawless technique you just talked about. I mean, that's allowed him to climb that list. I mean, he's rightfully regarded as one of the league's toughest defenders.
For 3, Love. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 6 assists in the game. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Wizards got down to business. He had 40 points, and he played the usual role of running the team's offense and came away with a bunch of assists. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
Jacob Blackman.
Here's Flowers. A second chance effort. Pass to Bonner. 1 on the clock. And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Flowers.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And again, it's Kyrie Irving. Irving's got 6 here in this quarter.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
To the right side. Flowers the pass to Winner. There's the dish to Love. There's a screen. It's a pick by Love. Burke kicks to Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. And now an 8-point Cavalier lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing they've done well is they've run the shooters off their sweet spots. They've really closed out well and forced them to put the basketball on the floor. And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And the first one goes. Hits them both. The Hawks trail by 8. Here is Bonner. There's a screen. Here's Klein. Hits it from three-point range. 7 points in the game.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Burke kicks to Augustine. Rebounded by McDermott.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Now here is Augustine. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Kicks it to Dudley. Now Augustine.
Move the ball.
To the paint. Dishes to Dudley. 5 on the clock. Goes back up. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Green, he's checked in for Burke. We've got 1:08 left now here in the second. Meyer, headed by Augustine. Pass to Hazania. There's the three. Offensive rebound. Winner. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
And Green slams it in.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
Here's Hazania. Green with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight. This one for 3. Rebound Atlanta. 17 seconds left in the first half. The feed to McDermott. There's Hazania. The three-pointer is right on target. Hazania's got 5 now. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Cavaliers lead by 5. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, I've got Kevin Love here, and Kevin, I know you're tired and heading to the locker room, but after starting off a bit slow, you guys really started to pick it up out there.
Well, we had a slow start on defensive end, first few minutes, but we started to get it going on the offensive end, and we feel good.
That was a winded Kevin Love, Mr. Harlan.
All right, Doris, thank you, and we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. If there's something I'd like to see us do as well in the second half as we did in the first, it's get the ball into the low post. They've had no answer when we've gotten it into the paint. Ball security was probably our high point. Let's continue to keep a tight handle on the ball and not try to thread too many needles with our passes. The pace of the game, just to bring that up real quick, isn't a huge concern because I think we're suited to play at any speed. But somewhere in the middle of the tempo spectrum would probably be ideal. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
You know, and as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
Guys, we saw some amazing dunks from him. I can't imagine he'll be able to top those in these last 2 quarters, but I'd love to see him try.
Cleveland leading by 5. We've got Bonner, and it's Flowers in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Outside Irving. The drive by Green. Count that one. Green's got the opening bucket to start the second half for Cleveland.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
It's all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
And so here's Cleveland after the basket by Atlanta. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession.
Sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Clarkie's going to start putting on a show now.
and that's usually how it goes. Once they get that lead, it's almost like they give him free reign.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Outside Irving. On the wing, Green. Shoots a fader, and that one's good. Green's got 6 here in this quarter.
They're perfectly content to keep going to that mid-range jumper. If the defense is going to give it to them, they'll take it all day.
And it's about getting open looks, and they've used that shot with great effect here tonight. Nice touch there near the hoop.
For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And he gets it to go. Irving's got the lead up to 9 now for Cleveland.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Okay, Atlanta, let's keep going.
And while there's a break, here's a collection of the shooting guards that have made an impact with their passing this season. The leading assist men among 2 guards. Freak, number 1.
And with his skill as a distributor, he's probably just as comfortable at the point guard position as he is off the ball. They need him there at times in a pinch.
Boy, I really like an off guard who shares the ball as well as he does. I mean, that's an invaluable piece to their puzzle, and that's the kind of flexibility they get by having him on their roster.
Here is Bonner. 6 points for him. To the middle. Here's Flowers. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Green's got his 5th rebound in this one.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
The Hawks trail by 12. Here is Bonner. And the foul called on Freak. You know, it's apparent there what a leader he is. Always communicating it and keeping everyone on the floor in sync.
And, Kevin, that's such a good point. You know, it doesn't always show up in the box score, but those leadership qualities of his are just as valuable to this team as anything else that he does.
The Hawks working the ball around, looking to get it going. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Atlanta shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. First free throw is good. Good on both.
And now, your Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders. That was your Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders. One more time.
Cleveland leading by 10. Down low, here's Irving. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Irving's got 14 points for the game. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. There's the bucket, good. Cleveland's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Yeah.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Here is Bonner. The Cavaliers making the shot. Hands the runner on the inside. Bonner's got 4 points this quarter.
With a much bigger man guarding him, that's not an easy shot to get off. Never mind to knock down. Terrific basket.
Outside, Green.
Move the ball.
Takes it from 10. No luck. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Hamilton outside. The pass to Flowers. Another three for Atlanta.
And that's his second triple of the half. None for him going into the break.
Feeds it to Love. Stolen. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Bonner.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
And Greg, I'm not quite sure why it took him as long as it did to finally get things going, but as we always say, better late than never.
And so it's Atlanta with it, following the miss by Freak.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down the shot like that against that kind of defense.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Here is Bonner. He's got 10. Picked his pocket. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. And the shot is good. And now an 8-point Cleveland lead. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Cavaliers?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
And it's Green slamming it down.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
And now, your Atlanta Hawks.
Taking a look back over the last month, Kevin, let's check out how Cleveland stacked up. First in field goal percentage. First in three-point field goal percentage. And they're also number 1 in free throw shooting. A team that makes foul shots gives itself and its coaching staff a lot of confidence.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
Now here is Augustine. Outside, Green. Oh, wow. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
The Hawks trail by 12. Here's Meyer. That's tipped, and they'll keep possession. This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. The Cavaliers' fourth.
I think that's what really distinguishes them offensively. They really like to get out in transition.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Over to the wing. Outside, Green. And the layup is good. Green's got the lead up to 12 now for Cleveland.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole.
Makes it off the glass. 6 points for him.
Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that?
There's the screen. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Green's got 37.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Here's Klein, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Cleveland ahead, ending the 3rd quarter on a 12-4 run. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. The Hawks trail by 12. Shooting guard. He's out. Klein. He's guarded by Dudley. Clock at 4. They set the screen.
For missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but I like the movement and communication.
39.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And now, your Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin. Well, the Hawks coach had some advice for his team over that last break. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug." Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And that one's good. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Irving dishes to Green. Power down with both hands.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Here is Bonner. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Back to Green. They set the pick to the paint. Here's Hudson. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Here is Bonner. Here's Flowers. Green with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Clock is at 3. He used that pick to perfection.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Atlanta, let's keep it going for your very own Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
The Cavaliers leading by 14. Can't connect from short range.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Just 5 on the clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Shot's good.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Passes it to Nixon. Here's Flowers. Offline with his 3.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's the screen. Pass to Bonner. Shoots from the baseline, and again it's Atlanta.
Wow, as he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Green with a screen for Irving. It's stolen. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down to 12 on the bucket from Flowers.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And he gets it to go. And that's now 18 points for Kyrie Irving.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Bonner's shot good.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Pass to Flowers. From about 16, slams it back in.
In order to cut into this lead, I think one of the things they've got to do a better job of is crashing the glass.
Inside and stolen by Hamilton. Ahead, Flowers the pass to Bonner. And the foul called on.
Into the lineup for the Cavaliers. Courtney Hansen.
Outside, Flowers the pass to Bonner. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Defense better start paying attention and taking care of business because he's been great from the arc this half.
Outside, Green. Whoops, they pick off the pass. There's the dish to Bonner. Passes to Flowers. Launches a 3. Can't get it to go. 5 by Green. Irving can't get it to go.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Here's Warner. Off target from outside. Clark, they can burn some clock if they want to.
Yeah, and maybe buy a little oxygen while they're doing it. Climbing the ladder for the 360. That's major bounce right there.
Yeah, Clark, he was sky high on the finish.
And how about the athleticism, coordination, and obviously a lot of confidence to pull something like that off.
Flowers the pass to Warner. Bonner. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on the clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far as say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk. Huh?
I can feel that.
Sending a message.
How about, guys, that's one of those dunks that you probably want in your career highlight reel.
Off the inbound pass. The second chance effort. Green with the rebound. The Cavaliers leading by 9. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth. Just 5 to shoot. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. Green's got 51.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
And it's out of bounds for the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Burke kicks to Augustine. 19 seconds left to play in the final quarter. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. All alone. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, big numbers for you on the offensive end. How were you able to consistently get your shot?
I mean, I just put in so many hours in the gym, you know, on playgrounds and everywhere in between. Now my shot is just as consistent as it gets. I can make most shots blindfolded, honestly. Making them in the game with my eyes open, that's a piece of cake.
Kevin, an interesting response. Over to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, and he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points.
What can you say about the show he put on tonight? That was simply basketball greatness. You hardly get a player that gets that focused, that determined. He did the work of 3 players out there tonight and got the points to prove it.
Seeing Freak dominate the way he did tonight reminded me of watching him play in high school. He was a man among boys. He was a 4-time consensus All-American back then. Overall, great game.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.